What's up, guys? It is your boy Goblins, as per usual, and we're back here with that Triple D talking about Destiny all day, every day that we possibly can ever. And I wanted to cover just some information about Inferno Crucible. So as you guys know, Inferno Crucible has been out probably for approximately about a week ago. And if you guys haven't tried it, I'm gonna tell you all the reasons why you should probably try it at this point right now. And also why it is more intense than regular Crucible, considering the adjustments, of course, to what is Inferno Crucible. So yeah, so Inferno Crucible is primarily based on gunplay. So the coolest part about this playlist, of course, is that you're going to want to use your favorite weapon, or whatever guns you are ultimately best with, essentially, and use those the entire time. And the reason being is because Inferno Crucible really primarily is based off your weapons. It is all about the gun game. This is a great playlist because it really brings us back down to what is a first-person shooter deathmatch. And that's what makes this playlist so fucking cool. Back in the day when you used to land with all your friends, like on original Halo or Halo 2 or whatever it was, any game, you could even fucking go as far as Doom if you wanted to. It was all about who was the best with their guns. Like, let's be real, come on. Except for GoldenEye. GoldenEye 007 was bullshit because if your best friend picked Oddjob, you were just like, ah, fuck it. I'm not gonna win! You're an asshole! Damn it! But otherwise, what I'm trying to say is we're just taking it right back to the good old days of just straight up gunplay. It's like a LAN party, except online, and not so much a LAN party, you know what I'm saying? So there's no tracker whatsoever, so no radar or anything. Simplified scoring, meaning you don't get points for assists and that stuff, and you will only really earn your points through kills, which once again is the reason why you would want to use your best weapon in Inferno Crucible playlist. Even the Grimoire is like super badass. Like, it actually makes sense, of course, according to the lore. Inferno Crucible is a modified variant of multiple Crucible match types. Inferno tests your light against the darkest of conditions. Darkness prevails, leaving Guardians to rely on their weaponry and combat skills alone. The enemy can be found solely by sight and sound. Rely on your teammates and keen tracking to stalk your enemies and shut them down. And that's exactly what it is. Like, the amount of trade-off there is on capture points completely redefines what Crucible could potentially be in Inferno Crucible. When you guys watch my tactics videos, if you and your fire team are not following those exact tactics, then you're going to be constantly trading off control points, for example, with the other team. And the main reason, of course, is because, once again, there is no trackers, there's no radar. So really, you can't really define where your enemy is until they hit that capture point. And then, of course, how fast the capture point loads up for their team will depend on how many people are actually standing on it, which you can kind of gauge off that. Now, my only complaint about Inferno Crucible so far is that Bungie is all about their balance. They're all about that balanced life. You know what I'm saying? And Inferno Crucible doesn't feel like it has that same balance sometimes. I fucking, once again, feel like I'm running into a lot of shotguns in Inferno Crucible, and it's of course because there's no tracker. If there's no tracker, then they can never see you coming or sneaking behind you with the shotgun, ever. Now, I don't know if that's just me personally, I just feel like that's been happening a lot in Inferno Crucible. Otherwise, though, the gunplay is fun. And of course, I can't complain about shotguns too much because there's always a way to counter something in Destiny. Always. And all in all, I think Inferno Crucible will make players generally better Crucible players. When it comes to PvP, if you want to get good at PvP, just play a bunch of Inferno and you'll notice how much better you will get at this game, honestly. And the reason I say that is because, once again, it takes it back to the core definitions of what an FPS deathmatch would potentially be. And this kind of builds you from the bottom up, of course, because you're not always wanting to, you know, look at your radar, check for capture points, and all that stuff. You'll actually be wanting to primarily go for kills, and of course work on your aim with whatever favorite weapon that you pick, and all that stuff. Like, as a quick example, I fucking barely use Universal Remote. It's a great weapon, though. I barely use it, though, but it's awesome. And I barely use the Dead Orbit sniper rifle that I actually have in my inventory. But this roll around, I was like, fuck it, I gotta give it a shot right now. And I was playing Inferno Crucible, and it felt like I was actually getting a better grasp of what the weapons actually played like whilst playing Inferno Crucible. And that's exactly what you're watching here. I'm kicking ass, fucking tearing shit up. You know how to do. So all in all, I think if you generally want to get better at the game, play Inferno Crucible. It'll make you that much better of a player versus player. Now, of course, it's even better if you have a full fire team, which is even more so awesome. So with that being said, if you guys haven't checked out Inferno Crucible, check it out for yourselves right now, today, if you possibly can. There's the game type variant that's honestly going to put you to the test as an actual awesome FPS player, or if you're a complete noob, it's actually going to make you that much better, because you're only ever going to get better by being destroyed by certain people in Crucible. And that's a broad thing for across all first-person shooters, honestly. So ask yourself, do you want your favorite weapon to be the deciding factor of who wins in a gunfight? If the answer was yes, you want to be playing Inferno Crucible, motherfucker. Now, of course, if only we could get like a SWAT playlist, that would be awesome. Remember SWAT? You guys fucking remember SWAT? You guys remember SWAT? Halo? No? I do. I do. And that's all I've got to talk about for today. I just wanted to cover the general basics of Inferno Crucible for everyone that hasn't tried it yet. And of course the main reason why you should try it. And that's of course just to get better at the game. And it's a fuck ton of fun. Like, it's a lot of fun. It's really fun. So with that being said, once again guys, my name is Gobrins. Drop a like for your boy if you enjoyed the video. And I'll be back here with more of that triple D within the next little bit here. So take it easy, have a general good, and I'll talk to you guys later. Peace out!
Yes, you're very quite tough, always having bad luck. You think you're going crazy, look up, there's a new life waiting. Your head's buried in the sand.